Good morning. This is Real with Robo. I'm sorry. This is like take two. Because we had a awesome worker that I'm gonna miss really badly when we move come in. So we had to chat it up, and I didn't want that on my video. Anyway, so this video is going to be about a video I saw on Tatum's channel. And when I say Tatum, Officer Tatum, Brandon Tatum, whatever you want to call him, Tatum. And if you want to see that video, by all means, go over there and watch the video and see what Tatum has to say about it, because he's got a lot of insights. But I want to give some insights from a woman's point of view about what happened. Now, this lady, an elderly lady, probably in England, or maybe they were visiting from England or something like that, I don't know. She walks into a Starbucks, and apparently the barista, the worker, he's a transgender female. And I guess the elderly lady called him sir, or he, or whatever. And this person came all around the counter, got in her face, clapped his hands really loudly in her face, which most people, he's probably lucky he was dealing with an elderly lady, but most people would have probably punched him at that point. Because you don't do that. Okay, that is called aggressive behavior. Anyway, so then this guy is standing outside of the Starbucks, recording all this. And after saying that the lady is transphobic, and her saying, "Don't call me transphobic, you don't know me, I'm not transphobic," instead of calming down and talking about it like two grown, quote-unquote, women, he turns around, looks at the video, the person taking the video, and attacks him. And then at the very end, you see a child, people, walk on camera. All right? This is disgusting. The whole entire event is disgusting, and it isn't on the two people or the kid. It's on that one transgender. And this is what I'm saying. Try and understand. The reason why transgenders are losing the fight to get people to change their minds is not because people don't like you. It's because of the way you act. And unfortunately, the way you act screws it up for other transgenders that know how to act, for other drag queens that know how to act, for other gay people that know how to act. You think because you've seen all these videos of, Transgender Revenge Day, look at me, I get to treat anybody like anything and I'm above the law. No, you are not. And that is why people do not respect you as your chosen, because you choose this, your chosen gender, okay? Your chosen sex, your chosen depravity of mind, okay? That's why people don't like you. It's because, number one, a woman at a barista, even when I'm misgendered, I laugh about it and I say, look, I'm a girl, all right? It's all good. Don't worry about it. I get that a lot. Even when I use my real name, people, they think I'm a guy because they forget to, they don't read the whole name. That's fine. And I laugh it off. I don't get mad at people. And I don't get mad at people who do that intentionally. I giggle about it and say something more smartass. Okay? So let me tell you how a woman would have handled this situation. You're standing in a Starbucks. You're serving beverages. A lady comes in, an elderly lady comes in, and she misgenders you. You laugh it off and go, don't worry about it, ma'am. I get that a lot. It's hard for people to accept who I am because I'm transgender. So it's fine. Don't worry about it. Just if you wouldn't mind, please call me feminine verbiage. Thank you so much. Let me get your coffee for you, sweetheart. That would be the way a woman handles it. Now, how would a woman handle the man recording them? Excuse me, sir. I don't like being on video. Could you please turn that off and delete that? I'm going to ask the cops to come now because you're not supposed to be recording me without my permission. Thank you. I don't like that. I appreciate it. You have a nice day, sir. That's how a woman would handle that. Because then it shows the people that you are intelligent and you could keep your attitude and your behavior. And a woman would never do that in front of a child because they wouldn't want to put that child in danger. They wouldn't want to accidentally throw a punch and hit that child. It's an inner freaking, I can't even think of the word. It's primordial instinct.
Ingrained.
Yes. It's a primordial instinct to protect little bitties. It's a primordial instinct to protect elderly. It's a primordial instinct ingrained in every woman to nurture, care, and love children. So all in all, I have to ask the transgender community because I know there's transgenders right now hiding under the bed going, oh, thank you. This just makes us look so much more socially acceptable. That's great. I gotta ask you, did this person handle it like the so-called woman he wants to be? No, he didn't. That's the answer. No. And that's why transgenders, I should call them transgender extremists, because they go far beyond what normal people would and normal transgenders would. Because most transgendered people just want to live, go to work, have fun, party with their friends, go home. Sleep, wake up, do it again. Okay? This is why you're losing. It's not because people don't like transgenders. People automatically don't care unless you put it in our face. I'm a transgender female. You need to respect me and abide by what I want you to do. Go fuck yourself. That's what you're going to get. Number one, think like a woman when you're joining women's sports. You already know you have an advantage. I don't care what you say in public. Okay? In private, you know you have an advantage. You're doing wrong by those other women. Stay out of women's sports. Make your own. I know there's quite a few people, I mean, they will literally watch reruns of sports they've already seen. They know who's going to win, who's going to lose, what's going to happen in the third. Blase, blase, goes through all of the channels just to see more sports. Why don't you make transgender sports teams, transgender Olympics, where you could go up against somebody your own size, basically? Why do you have to take from women? That's not very feminine. That's not thinking like a woman. Competitive? Okay, I get it. May the best woman win. But you're not a woman, you're a man. You're being unfair. As for dressing rooms, locker rooms, and bathrooms, I'm not saying any transgender would do this. Absolutely not. I would never disrespect people like that. However, there are predators out there that will be like, all I got to do is dress like a woman and say I'm transgender and they'll let me into the bathroom with little girls. I'm down. Other people are that sick. It's not feminine. It's not womanly to not think about that potential and protect those children and protect other women. It really isn't. So the reason you're losing this is not because people hate you, not because people don't want you in society, not because people aren't willing to accept you. It's because you're acting like assholes. Women don't tell men, oh, you want to take it out back there, buddy? Let's take it outside. No, they go, you know what? Fuck you. Here's my money. I'm leaving. And they walk out. Okay, bad acting women, and there are some that act like total trash, and that's what they look like, are looked upon as, is trash women. Do what you do. Kick things around, knock things off the shelf. That is a trash woman. So what do you want to be? You want to be a professional businesswoman with common sense and intellect? Or do you want to be a trash hole? Because it's up to you. But let me put this in your mind. You can ask somebody to respect you. But if they don't, let it go. When men don't want to go home with you and go to bed with you, it's not because they don't like you. It's because their sexuality, which they are very, very welcome to, and it's their right, they don't want to be with another man. So instead of throwing a fit and calling them a homophobe or a transphobe or this phobe or that phobe or styrophobe, why don't you just accept it and be like, okay, that's not his cup of tea. Let me go find somebody that has that cup of tea with them. Okay? There's plenty of men in the sea. Women know that. If I get turned down by a man, I am not going to cry over spilt milk. I'm going to be like, all right, well, that's your loss, friend, and go to the next one. It's called respect. Respect yourself, respect women, respect men, and act respectfully. And respect the fact that children need to grow up. They need to learn things that they're going to use in life. They don't need to see all this adult stuff. And if you were a real woman, you would feel exactly the same way. That kids need to be allowed to be kids. Leave the children alone, because children will take your behavior and compare it to the women in their lives. And that's why you are literally making those children hate you and hate people like you. And that's real with Robo.